But don't worry, they're very common around these parts. Let's start the decon.
Initiating GMR decon.
Stand still over your number, you're not gonna feel a thing. You're doing great. Almost done.
They're all clear.
Great. Once we match you to an avatar, thanks to a special link chair, your mind will be able to control that avatar. Using avatars to fly this way was all figured out by my boss, Dr. Jackie Ogden. She leads our science team, which is part of the Pandora Conservation Initiative, and we're here in the Valley of Moara studying banshees and their environment. The banshee is one of these important animals. Dr. Ogden is the foremost expert on studying the ikson and has spent years researching them. Unfortunately, banshees live high in rookeries and humans can't get anywhere near them without becoming their lunch. In fact, the Na'vi have been riding on the backs of banshees since their earliest history. Thanks to science, avatars can ride on banshees too. That's why you're linking to an avatar.
Papi, ¿qué es eso? Eso no es mono.
These are siamangs.
Sorry.
They're part of the gibbon family.
Oh, so Dad was right.
Yeah, so they're a species of lesser ape from Asia.
Oh, okay.
So kind of think gorilla, chimpanzee, orangutan. Those are great apes. These guys are lesser apes. You're exactly right. They're part of the gibbon family.
Oh my goodness. There we go.
An antelope, that's a greater kudu. Second tallest species of antelope on the reserve, get up to 5 feet tall at the shoulder. She's a female. She doesn't have horns. Only males in that species have the horns. Black rhinos have a pointed prehensile lip to help. They have heavy horns that lean backwards to help them navigate through the forest quietly and keep them from getting caught in the vegetation. They spend most of their day in the water, submerged 8 minutes at a time. Even when they fall asleep, their bodies automatically rise to take a breath and go back down. Nighttime and evening is when they come on the banks to forage, and they can travel a couple miles each night to look for food. They can't swim, they're actually too dense to float, so they sink to the bottom. Oh, over here, our Nile rocket island. These large African predators average 500 pounds and 16 feet long. Live up to 40 years and stay underwater up to 2 hours at a time. On the side, there is a large and strange-looking tree. That's a baobab tree. They're very characteristic. There's a very fitting name for them. They are the tallest animals in the world. Adults in some species can exceed about 20 feet tall, active in their tiny bodies. That repeated jumping is called pronking. And thought to be related to the dog and the family Canidae, but they are not. They're in their own family, the family Hyenidae. They form a matriarchal society where even their lowest ranking female is still higher than their highest ranking male. They are usually portrayed as scavengers, but they do hunt most of their meals and only scavenge when it's necessary for them to. There are 2 hyenas back there. smaller one walking around and that larger one. You guys can go 5 days without drinking any of it. Other babies are born under the cover of darkness and will stand up and start to run in 15 minutes of birth. That's going to help them keep up with that herd to avoid predators. Structure up inside the horns filled with cartilage and blood vessels. Hot blood circulates into the horns to cool off, circulates back into the body, and cools off their body temperature. Calves over here. I'm going to get us a little bit closer. Now the one that's all the way across from us over there is the oldest. She's again about 14 months old. She just celebrated her first birthday back in June. Alright, now here are those calves. So the first one that's behind the large strap is a female. She is about 4 months old. And then over there is another female. She's about 10 months old. She is the second oldest. Oh my gosh. It's like a fun little game of Tetris. Black tear marks on their face that pull sunlight away from their eyes, giving them great daytime vision, meaning they hunt successfully during the day, while most of the large cats prefer to hunt at night. See a couple more? Now, when cheetahs hang out in a group like this, it's called a coalition. It's pretty rare to see them form coalitions. They are mainly solitary and spend a lot of time alone. But when they do, it's normally related to their prey. And right there in the middle of the copia, there is a male lion. Now, these guys are nocturnal, meaning they're most active at night. So they sleep about 16 to 20 hours a day, and then wake up at night to hunt because their vision is the same as ours during the day, but at night it's 6 times better, so that's what they prefer to hunt because they'll have the vision advantage. It's up to about 3 miles away. There's also an antelope here. That antelope is a water buck. She is very brave. Like the name suggests, they drink lots of water, more than most other antelopes, so they do stick very close to a water source, meaning they don't really migrate like most antelope do. Actually, a second female below the first down there on that rock shelf.